this age, I can like get fellow students to come into technology, because that is what satisfied with it. So I went home and then I kind of started self some videos of me demonstrating my robots and also teaching people how they can build it. Write a written form of it instead of a video, and that is what goes into my Instructables profile. So I have over 200k views on Instructables right now.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is hasinilakshminarayanan here, and if you're new here, this is me, Hasini. In this YouTube channel, The First Step, we interview young children whom basically I would like to call as young achievers. And today as our guest, we have a young mastermind who has his own YouTube channel, which is called as the Tech Nuttiez, and he's also the founder of it. And he basically, he's a very talented kid according to me, and I consider him as my senior, and because I believe that I'm going to learn a lot during this course of the interview. So I'm very excited and curious to hear from him. So let's all welcome Aarav Garg together. Hi.
Hello, hi Hasini. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, and hope you're doing good as well. Because
yeah, sure.
The sickness is spreading, and just want everybody to be safe. Please don't forget to use your hand sanitizer and mask. Just a caution. You don't have to take it very serious, but yeah. And this video is also in association with the CIT, Chennai Institute of Technology, which is in Chennai. And happy to share that as well. Did you get your interest for robotics, and tell us about those stories, because there's definitely going to be one, right?
Yeah, so when I was in 6th grade, like I was around 10 years old, I was introduced to programming in our school. And like it was quite basic, so I was not satisfied with it. So I went home and then I kind of started self-learning. I browsed technology basically, and then I slowly started to develop that interest towards technology. And then I got into robotics, where I tried to build things on my own. And then is it when I got to know that I have a very good passion in this.
That's a great story, because the same thing works with me as well, but it's a different kind of one. So you have your own YouTube channel, which is called as the Tech Nuttiez.
Yes.
So when did this start, and
so
how does this work? I'm sorry for interrupting.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like what happened is, when I was building things, I realized that along with building, I can also kind of demonstrate this to the world, and also teach other young people like me who might be interested in the same. So around in 7th grade, I opened a YouTube channel that is now Tech Nuttiez, and then I put up some videos of me demonstrating my robots and also teaching people how they can build it themselves. And then eventually it got good support from the people, the audience built along, and then now I have over 100k views on my channel. And I just teach the same kind of stuff. I make different DIY projects, that is do-it-yourself projects, and then I make tutorials on them, and I teach people of my age how they can build the same.
That's great, because you're doing a great initiative already. And you do also write articles from on Content Contributor.
Yes.
So what kind of articles do you write, and how are people benefited by it?
So there's this website called Instructables, which is the world's biggest website for makers and creators like me and others. So on that, I have a profile where I write articles. So what I do is, like, kind of when I create YouTube videos, I of the same project, I write a written form of it instead of a video, and that is what goes into my Instructables profile. So I have over 200k views on Instructables right now.
I'm so sorry. I mean that's actually great because I am also a reporter for Hindu School Edition and Brainfeed as well. It's
Yep.
the same thing works for me as well. What I'm doing currently, it's
Yes.
written and it's published.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's similar. So that's what I'm trying to say, and I hope you can understand that.
Yes, true.
So, it's been about 10 months since I have started, and I have faced some challenges. And you have been doing this, I assume, for at least 3 to 4 years right now.
Yeah.
So, what kind of challenges have you faced thus far? If so, what are they?
So, when you're a school student, you also need to cope up things with studies, and that proves out to be the real challenge, right? Because you need to do what everyone else is doing, that is studying and coping up with your studies and that kind of work, academic work. And along with that, you need to do something which everyone is not doing. So that is the real challenge. And then managing time and giving time to both is the real task. So that is the only challenge I think that comes along.
Yeah, I can get it. You also have to be normal as well as be abnormal.
Yeah, exactly. So you might very well understand this, like you're doing something similar, so you get it.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I don't find time management where I plan something today, postpone it the other day. It goes on like that for me.
Yeah,
but
true.
studies, it's going good for me, but yeah, it is also a big challenge for me, as we'll have to set up our time with both. But it turns out to be the other way around for me because I'm very bad at time management, I can say.
Yeah, so like eventually we try to develop that skill. Like at the beginning everyone is bad, but then you get better at it.
Yeah, I can learn from you as well as you. I can have you as a senior right now, probably. So my next question is, okay, yeah, how did you overcome these challenges? Is there any advice or tip which you would like to give to me as well as to the people watching on time management?
So it's just that you have to set your priorities, and then like you cannot, if you like something, if you have a passion, you obviously cannot give up on studies, because that's something that's an essential in life at the beginning stages. And that is the reason you need to focus on that as well, and you need to try to work out on your free time. It's just that we have ample amount of time, we don't need to waste it.
Yeah,
exactly. That is the straightforward point. There's nothing like having not enough time. We just need to have that time, like the time that we have extra, we just need to kind of use it and not let it go, so we'll have time to do everything.
Yeah, definitely, because I was like a lazy goose at that point. I mean, at some point. But then when lockdown started, I do realize that I have so much time. I have to do something with it, and that is how my YouTube channel was born. And I hope everybody knows this story because I've said it like 10,000. Okay, I'm not supposed to say that. Okay, fine. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, already due to lockdown, technology has been growing, and slowly, eventually everything is started coming out to be online. And do you think in about 4 to 5 decades, this world will change up building into a new technological world? Do you think?
Yeah, so that is something that's very obviously going to happen, because as we can see, the technology that we have today is obviously far better and much better compared to the level that we had like 50 years back.
Definitely.
So let's carrying on that trend, and in fact it's going to grow even faster. So we have like advancements every day, every single day something new is made. So it's surely going to go that way.
Yeah, I'm too hoping I'm alive 50 years later. But yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Because I find online classes interesting, except for the only interesting part is exams, because it makes it much easier. But then I still want to go back to school. How does it work with you? Do you like online classes or going to school? I assume you're in 12th grade right now. So
no, I'm in 10th grade.
10th?
Yeah.
Oh, you're only 15?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Okay, great. I'm sorry about that, but you're having your boards, right? So you might
Yeah,
probably expect having schools on, I mean, having your schools on schools.
yeah.
Does that even make any sense? Having your classes on schools.
Yeah, so I mean, offline classes were obviously better because, but then see, the point is they were better, but then in online, you kind of have more time to do something that you would like to do. And if you can really, cope up with the online classes and if you can understand things easily, then online classes are not bad, to be honest.
Yeah, they're
And you
not
get a lot
bad.
of free time.
Yeah, you will. Of course, you will.
That's the point.
But I kind of prefer, I mean, offline classes.
Yeah, but then the school point of view, like the reason we go to school is because of networking, right? I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise people could study on their own, but then connecting with people, having that physical approach, that's what matters and that's what lacks in the
I
online.
mean, if it's going to be an online class, I'm not going to pay much attention. That's the only problem which I find. But best part is exams. My teachers are going to watch this. Okay. And do you think children should learn programming? As you know, already schools have started educating children to learn more of, technology stuff, related stuff. They provide labs and computers
True.
for children to, excel in this field as well. As the whole world is depending on software engineering and stuff. So yeah, my question to you right now is, do you think young children especially, should learn programming?
So I would like to give you a perspective here. So what happens is people say that children should learn programming, and that's very fair. But then, so exactly what should happen here is, like as you're saying, schools are giving that exposure, right? So that is still not to the level it should be, and that has to be increased because people like the students, the kids at very young age, they do not know about it. And if they get to know about it, then is it when they'll start to develop an interest. Like you cannot force them into getting interested in that, but if they get an interest in that, then there should be, they should be encouraged. And because after 20 years, like if people say that employment will be replaced by robots everywhere. So but the point, like if the employment over here in an X industry, if the employment is going down, the other way that in that robot making industry, the employment is going to go up. So the technology makers versus users are obviously going to grow up, right? So at the end, it's very important to get a hands-on education.
Yeah, what he said is absolutely true, because I do agree with the fact. If I'm gonna go ask my dad, was there YouTube when you were young? Because now when you see me today morning, I open YouTube for the news. Lunchtime I open news for my entertainment. Night I open YouTube. Technology everywhere, you can just go out and watch. But early 90s, 70s, there wasn't this much technology, so it has grown just in about
10 years.
Yeah, 10 to 20. Yeah, exactly. So if you want to go 10 years after this, then the whole world is going to be evolved. It's going to be new changes. And I definitely think that children should also learn technology, as the future is going to depend on technology.
True, exactly.
According to my knowledge which I have, I'm very poor at CS.
True.
You do have a source of inspiration. As this is technology, you might have a very big source of inspiration. Who is your source of inspiration?
So for inspiration, like in technology, if you particularly go ahead, like people like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, who have built their own empires, and that too from a very young age. Because something what fascinates me is doing a very big thing, like let's say a startup or anything similar at a very young age. Because I think that there's no age to do anything. So it's nothing like you can do something at that.
Number.
Yeah, so exactly, that's the point. So if you have a passion right now, you can do it right now, right? That is the exact fundamental here. So doing things at a young age fascinates me a lot.
Yeah, I too, because just 10 months back, I was like completely blanked out. I did not even know that children can do something to this extent. But then at this point, I have talked to about like 50 plus children, and I mean, at least 10% of them are app developers, or they're more into technology field, robotics, and most of them, what they say is that, it is an interesting subject once people get into it. So
Yes.
I went to my friend's house. He's like, a totally gamer. He's always on hacking, stuff like that. One thing which I like about technology is the history behind it. Was once I had to do. Okay, it's a funny story. Let me tell it. I was asked to do a presentation for my expo. Hope you don't find it uncomfortable. Okay, tell me.
No, yeah, surely go ahead.
When I was only like 9 years old at the time,
Mhm.
I didn't even know what it is all about. And it's Charles, who was that, who found computer?
Charles Babbage.
Yeah, Charles Babbage. My dad told me this when he searched on Google. But when I went and told my teacher, I told Charles Cupcake or something, I believe. It was totally the other way around. And my teacher,
in our school, it used to be Charles Cabbage and all that.
Yeah, but then when the chief guest came, he was like looking at me. Oh, did you do this? I'm surprised. And my teacher was like, oh, are you the same girl who told me that it was Charles Cupcake? And it's a funny story, but I still remember that I did a computer science expo at least once. And I was rewarded with a Dairy Milk Silk. Very big achievement, very big achievement.
Cool.
And you'll definitely have a dream. You'll definitely have some future plans. What are your future plans?
So my future plans, firstly, like I love content creation, like YouTubing. I mean, doing tech content creation. So I would love to continue that, and then I would like to, after that, do something technology related. I do not know if I would do something, and maybe I'm really very open. Like I just want to do something in technology. It can be maybe making an app, or maybe opening a robotics company, something like that. But the outer perspective of this is I want to do a startup of my own, a tech startup.
Okay. All the best for that, and I hope you turn out to be amazing, because you're all to be amazing. And is there anything else which you do apart from, doing robotics and stuff and making new content? I understand that, because when you do something which you like, that is when you're going to be most happy.
Yeah, true.
So I too love YouTube, and I never thought that I'll be a YouTuber one day, but here I am. And definitely, when you're going to be a YouTuber, that is when you know how difficult it is to get subscribers and how difficult it is to make new content. I never knew that.
One subscriber matters at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, true. And what are the other things which you do apart from robotics and technology?
So, like, if you ask me exactly about my hobbies, gaming is the biggest of them.
PUBG or Free Fire? I'm a fan of PUBG.
No, that's banned. But then, so when it was there,
still find
like, I love front-person shooter games like this, and gaming in general. And then I am not really, like, I'm trying to be a good reader as well. So that is something I'm trying to incorporate now. And that is it, I guess. Like, and then playing football.
Okay.
That is all I do.
Normal kid, but
exactly.
A normal boy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and hobby is being normal. So
that's gonna be a difficult challenge for me as well, because when I'm around my friends, I pretend to be normal, but I'm not normal. But when I'm around the, people who like, a part of my core team and stuff, I pretend to be normal, but I'm abnormal. Does this even make any sense? But I hope you get it, but I don't know if the viewers who are watching this get it. feels different, sometimes too annoying.
True.
My dad is gonna let me for this. Last thing, is there any last question? Is there any change which you like to bring in this society? If so, what is it?
So like the field that I've chosen as an interest, in that the only way I can bring change is by innovation and something like that. So yeah, I would love to innovate and you know like contribute even a little percent in the technological advancement that's taking place. So that's how I can help the society. And yeah, of course, at this age I can like get fellow people to fellow students to come into technology, because that is what I can do right now. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a great initiative already, and all the best. I hope
Thank
you
you.
keep growing. And first of all, thank you for accepting our invitation. And even though
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me here too.
even though I pretend to be funny, I'm not funny, and that's why I'm annoying to my friends. I hope I wasn't annoying.
No.
Because I'm a little off-minded right now. Anyway, thank you so much for accepting. Had great time interacting with you, and
Same
I
here.
learned a lot, because I can see myself 4 years from now from your situation, from hearing your story right now, because a lot of things are similar, when compared to me and
True.
you, and I think we're coming to the end. And if people watching this like the video and interview, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also don't forget to turn on your post notifications, because you don't have to miss me interviewing another child. Until then, this is Aarav here and Hasini signing off. Ta-da! See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, people.